Well, Gibbo, after 12 weeks of footy, mate, I'm sure you guys were looking forward to that break over the weekend.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice to get away physically, but also mentally just to freshen up. But that being said, there's still a lot of footy being played and you're still sort of keeping half an eye on what's happening and sort of pretty keen to get into the back end of the year.
How important is it to sort of get that rest and refresh for the second half of the year?
It's really important. I mean, we've got 3 months ahead of us, potentially more, hopefully more. So, as I say, it's just a mental break. Physically, I think we get enough work throughout the week to sort of get ourselves up every week, but just mentally to be able to go away and not have to worry about preparing for a game, that mental strain of preparing for a game. So that's really the main refresher.
What's your sort of process in the break? Do you sit at home or do you go away or do you rest up? Or
I like to get away, just go and find some warmth because it's been pretty cold here lately. But as I say, different environment, try and get a little bit away from footy and just sort of refresh.
Boys looking in pretty good spirits to be back.
Yeah, certainly. As I say, we've probably haven't had the start of the year that we wanted, so there is that sort of desire to get back and get stuck into it because we've got a pretty important 10 weeks coming up.
And Brad Scott was back here. Was that intimidating for any of the boys to have him back after 4 weeks?
Oh, Brad's sort of got a certain intimidation about him, but it's good to see him up and walking around. He looks pretty good. I'm sure he's still in a bit of pain, but we've managed really well without him. But that being said, it's great to have him back because he's the head of our club.
Obviously, as one of the club's leaders, how do you assess the first half of the season for the boys?
Sort of disappointing. There were some really, really good signs, but also some pretty ordinary ones. So it seems to be a common theme for us. We're just trying to find a bit of consistency with our performance and training and all the stuff we do throughout the week to lead up into games. So that's the challenge. We're not too poorly placed. We obviously not where we want to be, but we've got 10 weeks to make amends now.
On paper, it looks like an easier draw, but there are no easy games, are there?
No, I think this is probably the most consistent year since I can remember where there are no easy games and you certainly can't take any opposition lightly because everyone is so competitive these days that we just have to prepare for every week regardless of who it is and we do that anyway. So if we bring the right attitude to games, we should be okay.
And I guess the Suns are the prime example of that, especially with Ablett back this week.
Yeah, certainly. They've it's pretty well documented their injury troubles, but they'll get a few back this week and we haven't had a great run going up there, so certainly we need to sort of get one back on last year.